a dance number for 20 seconds set up.
Well, we'll get buffer music.
Or, yeah, music.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
All right.
dun,
I bet
dun,
we're
dun,
live
dun.
now. So, good morning. It's our 12 o'clock. It's good afternoon. It is the BS Show. Brad Fowler, Shawn Wright, Century 21 Wright Realty. The little BS Show. This is the Super Bowl post edition. And
The post-game wrap-up.
Post-game wrap-up for the Monday edition of the BS Show. So, first, let's start with the game itself. What you think?
If you like defense, it was a good defensive game, but most people
Don't like defense.
all the people that keep posting that they hated the game sucked. It wasn't exciting, but if you like defense and have that in mind, it was like a chess match. Because any one play could have blown open.
I'll say this. Out of all the Tom Brady, Belichick Patriots Super Bowls, this game never felt like they were in danger of losing it.
Yeah, same here.
They dominated the entire game.
Yeah.
You never thought any time in that whole game that you go, you know what, the Rams are going to win this.
Mm-hmm.
From the start of the game to the end of the game, the whole time it was the Patriots have got this game wrapped up.
He just knew at any moment, which I thought it would be earlier, but I knew at any moment it was going to happen and there would be a cushion. And then the Rams are playing catch up.
And the Rams couldn't do anything offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just jack squat.
Almost like they knew the offensive plays they were going to run.
Don't start all that. But no, they are who they are. I mean, Belichick is just a master at taking advantage of teams that don't have experience.
Right.
And if you've ever...
No, they talk about like all the current head coaches that came out of Bill Walsh's offense and who else? Holmgren maybe.
Holmgren came out of Bill Walsh.
But these big coaches that were under a great coach. Imagine, I don't keep up with coaches enough, but imagine who has and going to be putting out before he retires. You know, that had some kind of connection under him. You know.
Well, and you figure he comes out of Parcells' tree too, so that goes in that Parcells tree of all the coaches that now, does Belichick get his own tree, or is he under Parcells' tree, or did he start his own tree?
He may have started his own forest, but he's definitely got a great big branch off of Parcells' tree.
That Parcells' tree is leaning.
Right. Maybe forked.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, in this point, Parcells went this way, Belichick went way over there.
Just kept on.
Yeah, just kept going. All right, the commercials. What were your favorite commercials?
My favorite one was definitely all the old players. It was cool seeing some of them old guys, you know, and a couple were older than I, realized. But
I tell you what,
really
Ed
cool.
Reed looked rough.
He did.
I wish
they would have showed some of their faces a little longer. You know, some of them were way too quick, but it was a cool commercial.
Heather and I were looking at the list of players, like the pictures and the thing. You know, when last night I kept rewinding and watching. I go, who is this guy that's like crunched down like a linebacker? And I'm going, this guy's got to have played in the 80s. And we looked it up and it's Ed Reed. I'm going, that's Ed Reed?
It's like he'd done that on purpose. Or
yeah,
something. I don't know. He's not that old.
He's not that old, but he looked rough.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders, I guess, working for a divorce attorney, he's put a bunch of weight on him and made him where he doesn't look the same either.
Right. Maybe he's so well off he don't need to worry
He didn't worry about it. But no, that was my favorite commercial too. My second favorite was the Amazon commercial with Harrison Ford and the dog.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
And then the Peanuts car commercial. That was my third favorite.
Yeah. Now, I will say the one before the game started, it was Manning sitting at the table before the game started. It wasn't really a commercial, I guess. It was more pumping up the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was funny. I mean,
I didn't see that one.
Like him or not as a player, I think his commercials are very funny. He's got a good sense of humor.
He was good on SNL when he was.
That was one of the great. Yeah, but he's not a good actor, but he's good enough to be funny. You know. But I like that one, but I don't know if it qualifies as a commercial though.
And I got to ask this question: what happened to Budweiser and Bud Light commercials?
I don't know.
They used to be the creme de la creme of Super Bowl commercials.
That's all you saw, yeah.
You think about the Budweiser frogs. Mm-hmm. You think about the Wasabi.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some of the most memorable Super Bowl commercials you can ever remember are Budweiser, Bud Light commercials.
And the Clydesdale
and
commercials.
The Clydesdale commercial. Yeah. And now we get a commercial where the Bud Light night gets killed by a guy on a horse that nobody gets the commercial. I mean,
right. And I wondered that too. That was kind of dark, but they is that. Like,
is that the end? Is that
those?
the end of the Bud?
He killed the Bud Knight.
The Bud Knight is dead. I mean, there can't be any more dilly dillies. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about this. We got to have one more dilly dilly for the road. Dilly dilly.
Dilly don't.
Dilly don't. It's over. All right. Halftime show. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's whatever. Didn't hate it, but you know.
In my opinion, Big Boy was the best part of the halftime show, and I thought it was lacking because they did an Outkast song without Andre 3000.
Yeah, he should have been there.
But now I'm being told that Andre 3000 turned it down, so now I'm even more upset.
Right. Yeah. That's a big stance to take.
That's a big stance. I mean, and Big Boy didn't miss a beat not having Andre 3000 there.
No. They're almost perfection, though.
Yeah.
They're pretty close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Outkast would have made Maroon 5 look silly.
Oh, yeah. Little boy band bouncing around.
Yeah. But here's my take on Maroon 5.
Okay.
I said this on Friday. I didn't know who they were. I knew their songs that they sung. I don't know who they are. But here's a guy who has a living coaching and telling other people how to sing on TV.
Mm-hmm.
This guy can't sing.
Those who can't.
Those who can't coach, yeah. So what we got is we got a guy who did a halftime show, and he's got his band out there. And now, if you're on the show, The Voice, do you go, I really don't want Adam to pick me.
Right, yeah.
He doesn't sing well himself. I don't know how I can handle this. Blake!
Yeah.
Maybe he's just one of those who can't perform live, but in the studio, he can sound
magic.
a little bit better because they do that magic.
The auto-tune and stuff?
Yeah, maybe so.
I don't know. But then what was the purpose of him taking his shirt off?
Because the girls like it. Duh.
What about the guys?
We don't care about you guys.
Right. I mean, it happened for us one time, and it was banned ever since
Yeah,
then.
Janet Jackson hadn't come out of hiding since. Yeah, so that's I don't know, but
yeah.
When was the last good halftime show? Because we just went through the list just a minute ago. When was the last good halftime show?
I don't know. Now I will say the Metallica and Lady Gaga jumping off the roof. Was that last year?
2 years ago. 2 years.
Whenever
ago.
it was, that was pretty good.
2016.
That was entertaining, you know. But the last time I watched one and thought, wow, you know,
Bruno Mars was okay.
Mm-hmm. Prince was good. You know.
Prince is the one that you go back to, and that's probably the best one ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, for it to literally start raining when Prince starts playing Purple Rain, I mean, God had His hand in that one.
Right.
You can't overtake that one. It's just it had divine intervention.
Right.
So, but that's the best, last great one.
Yeah.
We went through the whole list of all of them all the way. Michael Jackson was good because Michael was the first big like superstar that had the halftime show by himself.
Right.
And so that would have been the first big one. But here's trivia question for everybody. Who was the headliner for the Super Bowl I halftime show?
Give him a second. Let him think.
Yeah. I gotta have. So it was a
The,
group or somebody I would know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's somebody everybody knows. And
1960.
and 1966 season, 67 Super Bowl. And you've got, and obviously all of them have always had a marching band. I mean, that,
right.
And,
So it wasn't that.
and the early ones all had like several marching bands. But every one of the early ones had one headliner.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a musician. I'll give you that hint.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say like Frank Sinatra, but
Who is the
Sinatra
first
did
headliner
good.
of the 1967 Super Bowl
Yeah.
halftime show?
yeah, what does it say?
I know the answer.
She knows the
Not
answer.
telling you.
Heather knows the
I'll
answer.
just
We'll leave it to the
Trying to think
end.
of somebody.
At the end of the
Okay,
show.
let me think, yeah.
So we got the rest of it. So we'll go to. All right. So you want to hit that right there?
Yeah. So we will here at Century 21 Right Realty. We have several agents ready to take your phone call, help you get whatever you need done, real estate related, commercial or residential. If you need questions or answers on, whether to list your house or not, what it might bring. There's a lot of factors that go into it. It's not as simple as just saying yes. So any questions you have, feel free to reach out to any of us. We're very knowledgeable and eager to help. Just give us a call, 615-895-9710.
Awesome. All right, big news out of men's basketball. MTSU, 2 games in a row. They've beaten UAB, the number 1 team in Conference USA.
Yeah.
Saturday night's game would have been one of those games that you would have loved to have been to or watched on TV or something like that. On the road at UAB. UAB's number 1 in the conference. UAB shoots a bucket, 4 seconds to go in the game, takes the lead. Middle immediately gets the ball back, goes down the court, gets fouled, goes to the foul line, hits 2 foul shots to take the lead with 1 second to go on the game. UAB launches a shot from the other side of the court, no good. 2 upsets in the same week. They've got 2 home games this week. And we said if we get to 1,000 likes by today, we're going to give a set of floor seats away. So it'll be to one of these 2 games this week.
Okay.
So we got, I think we're at 889 last time I saw, about an hour ago. So we need 111 likes, 2 floor seats to a MTSU home men's basketball game.
They're winning at the right time.
They're winning at the right time.
How many you win, but when you win.
It's when you win. So you get hot, you go to the tournament, you win the tournament, you get in, even if you have a bad record. So go Blue Raiders.
Yeah, all the way.
And UT's men's basketball team, still number 1. All right. Awesome.
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. All right, so if you have ever been interested in being a real estate agent, or if you are a real estate agent and you go, man, I really wish I could have made more money last year, or I need more coaching, or I need more one-on-one time with a broker, we'd love to hear from you at Century 21 Wright Realty. We'd love to make your real estate industry dreams come true. Come give us a call, 615-895-9710, and ask for me, Shawn Wright, 615-895-9710. Let's get you into the real estate industry or get you to our company to help you propel yourself into the real estate industry to be a successful realtor. Give us a call, 615-895-9710. Ask for Shawn Wright. All right. So my rant last week, we didn't get to it, but I'm going to expand the rant this week. This is not about Murfreesboro City's government. This is just about schools. And Heather and I discussed this beforehand. All right. We talked about canceling schools last week and how the Rutherford County schools specifically wrote a letter out and said, look, we watched the forecast, and then we base getting off school off the forecast, not actual weather. Well, first of all, that's stupid. The forecast is always wrong.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you don't like using the word always, but the forecast is wrong a lot. So then you add some other stuff to it. You go, all right, the forecast is wrong. Take the forecast out of it. Wait till something actually falls out of the sky. Don't postpone or cancel school when it's 60 degrees outside and nothing's coming out of the sky because of weather. All right. Now let's go add to this to it. These half days.
Yeah,
what is
the in-service?
In-service days or whatever. Look, just cut the amount of half days in half and give full days and then do full days of school or full days off of school. Don't do any half days.
Yeah.
That's what city does now.
The city schools do it. Metro was doing it. All of a sudden this year they've decided that they're going to do half days now. I don't know, who knows? But
it is pretty inconvenient when they have even if you know about it. It's
think about the parents.
Right.
I mean, if it wasn't for my wife who's a teacher telling me, hey, by the way, Thursday's a half day, I would never know.
Right.
And then the parents that work, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Or I got to go get my kindergartner out of school. I don't even know what to do. I mean, what are you supposed to think about the parents? It doesn't. I mean, they do it for money to make sure that they get enough state dollars, tax dollars. But what people don't understand is government dollars are just money that's taken out of our pocket anyway.
Right.
Exactly.
So they're not saving any money or getting any money. They're just taking more money from us.
And if you work for a corporation, they don't care.
Yeah.
They expect for you to have backup plans.
Yeah.
No, I just they need to get rid of all these half days.
Yeah.
Either full days at school or no days at school. Same with
they used to be on Saturday, right? For the teachers.
Or after school or during the summertime.
Well,
I mean,
wouldn't be a popular suggestion, but
Did you guys see that city schools are their first half day is July 31st?
July 31st.
Yep.
Wow,
first
for
grade
next
through
year?
sixth grade, yep.
That's insane. School just keeps trickling.
But we get out at the same time, so.
I went to a year-round school in 8th grade. It was the first year-round school around here. And I remember walking down the street one day, and schools were in, and I was walking down the street to a friend's house, and the police stopped me to ask me why I wasn't in school. and they didn't believe me that I went to a year-round school, and they had to like call it in, and they go, "Oh, you're right, you do go year-round school." So I don't know.
You get away this time, but we'll get you.
We'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. No, I'm sorry. All right, you got an answer for the Super Bowl question yet?
No. So it wasn't a group or a musician?
Well, it was a group, but not a musician.
I don't know. You just lost me.
Nobody's answered it. That I can see at least.
For some reason, you think that would have been brought up some. I have zero idea, but
are you ready?
Yeah.
The Three Stooges.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Tell me all about the Stooges.
So what they do, like,
I guess they did a stand-up routine. I guess
that's funny.
But if you go back and you look at the Super Bowl halftime shows by year, there were several years that it was a comedian or comedic group. It wasn't always musicians.
Right. Well, think about how hard it would have been to set up. What they do now is just like some David Copperfield type stuff.
And you got to also think back, that first Super Bowl, they weren't even sure how that was going to work.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even called the Super Bowl yet. It was just, what was it? Look, Google that real fast. It wasn't called Super Bowl until Super Bowl. Super Bowl III was the first Super Bowl, right?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't there.
The one, the Colts and the Jets.
Yeah.
Joe Namath may have called it the Super Bowl.
He may have. I don't know.
But the first two were just called NFL or
championship.
NFL World Championship.
There you go.
Okay.
See, so they weren't called Super Bowl. I don't think until the third. I think the third one was the first. So there you go. I was right.
Namath? Or is he the
Joe,
one?
Joe Willie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the game they talked
was
about.
Was he hitting on a female in the booth?
No, not this time. He wasn't stumbling
drunk, and yeah. That.
Well, that was good timing on his part. If he did that nowadays,
if he did that stuff now, he'd be like Me Too movement out the door. Yeah. I'm gonna kiss you. That was great.
So people can get away with that stuff.
All right, it's news you can't believe, and I'm open for this to happen at my house. I mean, if anybody wants to volunteer, I'm down. A man, Virginia calls it attic organized. I mean, this thing cleaned. Mm-hmm. Not one thing was missing. But somebody took the time while he was on vacation to totally go through his house. Attic, closets, garage, kitchen, whole house clean. But nothing stolen.
That's pretty good. I don't even know what to say about that. That's pretty wild.
My key under the
right, exactly, yeah.
I'll take volunteers. I'll take donations. I'll pay. I mean,
I don't even have an attic.
Yeah.
Make it easy for you.
I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah. I wonder if a snake did it.
Right. Now, I will say, though, I keep mine pretty clean. Like I always say, I dust like once a year, whether it needs it or not. My sheets every few months. I mean, I keep mine pretty well anyway. So
that's good.
Terrible.
Well, bathrooms only need clean, but once every 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, remind me not to come to your house.
Now, as a realtor, you see some bathrooms that you go, you haven't cleaned these bathrooms in 5 years.
Right.
All right. So I think that's the end of the BS show today. Brad Fowler, the B. Shawn Wright, the S. Century 21 Wright Realty BS show. And this is the post-Super Bowl wrap-up Monday edition. I think it's February the 4th, 5th, something like that, 4th. So I think that's it. And we're out.